Hey, 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 it's Training Tuesday. I'm glad that you're here. Hi, hi. I am Suzanne Castle. I am the creator and founder of The Sparkle Factor. Every Tuesday, I try to be live right here so that we can share some training, share some things going on. Let me share this to all the places today. Why don't you do the same really quickly, if you would, please? And let's get started today. It's the last day of January of 2023. Can you imagine already this month has flown by? It's a new year. I asked my followers way back the first week, I said, you only get to do this 12 times a year. Start a month. And you only get to start a year one time a year. So when you set your intention of, if I only do this 12 times a year, what is the most important things that I need to do? That's what we do at the beginning of the month. But at the end of the month, what we want to do is go through a review process to make sure that we're actually getting after our goals in the way that we said we actually wanted to do that. And the only way to do that is to spend time tracking it in a non-emotional, non-reactive state. Because let's face it, human, we're emotional creatures. And when we get in this emotional space, all these emotions get flooded and we get really kind of invested emotionally in what did or did not transpire or occur for us. And when we're in that space, it's really hard to just be objective about it all. And we want to be objective because we want to know where we might have to shift our focus, where we need to make a different decision, maybe where we need to change a habit or a process to help us show up as our best selves. Last week I ran a 5-day goal getting challenge, and part of that was, really creating this process for yourself. I'm going to give you information how you can get that today at the end of this, so stay tuned. But at the end of the month, what we want to do is we want to pull back, focus. And we want to fact find. That's the very first step that we want to take. We want to fact find. So what does that mean? Well, that means that we're not sensationalizing our month, right? We're not putting big headlines trying to get somebody to buy it off the newsstand as they're standing there buying groceries about our month. What we want to do is we just want to say factually what worked, what didn't work, how did I work, how did I not work. That's it, right? We don't need a bunch of drama. We don't need, it was really hard to get up on such and such a day. We don't need, well, this person did this, and so I couldn't reach my goal. None of that, right? We need to do what worked, what didn't work, how did I work, how did I not work. Write it down, fact find, get it out. And my process that I teach is to write it down. We don't want to be digitizing this. We want to literally take it out of here and here, put it on paper because it transforms your brain in that process. We want to write it down. So, there will be emotions that pop up naturally because, again, like I said, we are emotional creatures, but we're going to be biased in that, and our brain stores that bias. And what we're trying to do is we're trying to pull that out. So if you say, hey, my boss hosed me this week, right? And you start to get emotion, pull that out, put it on the other side, keep the data, right? First step, fact find your month. I've heard Nicole Lapin, who's a financial genius, right? She calls herself the boss bitch, I think, money bitch, rich bitch. Okay. So she has this great phrase that says, we are our own mini echo chamber, which makes it even more important to tune into facts. So that's what this first process does, is find the facts of your month. Where did you work? Where didn't you work? What worked? What didn't work? Get the facts down. Okay. The second thing that we want to do at the end of our month is we want to check the facts. So we find the facts, then we're going to check the facts, right? And this is just basically, we're going to check them against what we said we were going to do at the beginning of the month, right? Did those things transpire? Did it occur? Did we put everything together in a way we wanted to? Do we still have energy for that? Because here's the thing. Sometimes you reached a goal, you need to move on, make a different goal. Or it could be you got to the end of the month and you're like, man, I got sick. This didn't work. I had this emergency, that emergency. I had a new project pop up on my calendar. Okay, no problem. So do you want to transfer what you said you were going to do January 1 to February 1, right? So check the data, check the facts against what you said you wanted to do. And again, we want to be putting our emotions somewhere else. It's not that you don't deal with it, but this is really two sides of you. You do need to kind of bifurcate yourself when you're looking at your monthly review, right? Because we want to understand what is contributing to how we are showing up for ourselves and those that we serve and those that we love, right? So Is it that we need a different process? We need to get some help. We need a resource. We need to micromanage our calendar differently. Maybe it's I need a mental health day. Maybe you know what? I was more productive when I was working out because you looked at your calendar and you knew that, right? So going forward, you set a goal. I'm going to work out every single day for 20 minutes before I jump into projects. Do you see why we do this? So find the facts first. Second, check the facts. The third process that we want to do then in our review is imagine. You thought I was going to say something different, I know, but that's not. We want to imagine. What is that? It's really important and it's really special because it's only about you and your possibility goggles that we put on. So what does this look like? Well, imagine how much different your next month can be from what it was the month before. Meaning that you want to keep the things that were working and move them up, transform them, whatever you need to do to keep them. And you also want to imagine a place that didn't work into a better future, right? So once you know this thing didn't work so great, okay, so what could I do instead? That's a great possibility question. What can I do here instead this next month? That didn't work. Great. Have the stuff. Now I know why. Now what am I going to do about it moving forward? Right? Possibility think, imagine differently. Or, wow, I'm not really sure what to do differently next month. So you again, zoom out. If I could have anything, do anything, be anything this month, what would it be? Just answer the question. You're just writing this down, right? It's not set in stone. It's not going out in the media, right? It's not showing up on a newsstand. It's just for you. We get so wrapped up in our own stuff, right? So we want to be sure that we're moving this out and creating a plan that's sustainable for us, because that's the key. If whatever you're creating in your life and in your world isn't sustainable, you are not going to do it. So reviewing, again, first, fact find. If you're just joining us, jump back at the beginning because I gave you some key questions for today that you want to answer. Fact find, check the facts, right? And now imagine a different future for this next month. And then you can create a process or a system to do that. Now, I said at the very beginning of this last week, maybe you caught them. I did 5 days of my ultimate glittery goal getting challenge. I've been running that annually now. I think this was the 3rd or the 4th year. There are 5 videos. You still have access to those. If you jump into YouTube right now, they're all still there through today, and then they go away. And alongside those, though, I did invite people. I'm going to move them along with a bunch of other resources into what I'm calling my goal getting vault. So if you would like access to that, I put a QR code on the screen right now. And let me throw in, if you just want to copy in that, you can do that too. Both those places, it's $27, gives you lifetime access to 5 training videos with me on how to hack your goal getting self. It's a lot about your goal personality, right? It's a customized process. It's not, hey, Suzanne says da 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 da. No, all the way through, I'm guiding you into some questions so you create your own customized roadmap. So all 5 you'll have access to for your lifetime. You get an action guide. You get 21 questions you should always ask goal setting. And you know, this is really great at the end of the month as you're reviewing your month before you go to the next month to make sure you are going after what you say you want and make sure you're covering all your bases. And then the third thing in there is really getting at the why, because internally you want to be in alignment to what you're chasing, right? So it really is kind of a goal getting package. For the next couple of weeks, I'm going to offer it for $27. It will be going to $99 on my website shortly. So if this is something you want, I promise you it will help you. Again, lifetime access, it's $27. Come on, get out. So grab your phone, put it on that QR code. Get that down below. I will also throw it in the comments after the video is over. But remember your 3 steps: fact find, check the facts, imagine. February is right around the corner. I know you can go after your biggest goals and dreams. I'm here for you. I'm glad you're here. Suzanne Castle, the Sparkle Factor will help you shine. Have a great day.